to the Jack of All Trades Live. We just finna spit a little game to y'all, man. I want to welcome my guest. He's my partner, my homeboy, my day one friend, Mr. Lee Aaron Alexander, and he is over there with the Make It Make Sense podcast, y'all. And I'm gonna need y'all to go jump over there when we get done with this wrap up. But if y'all hadn't seen the last video, the BRICS video, we kind of gonna piggyback off of that in this discussion. As we know, with the BRICS, we got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South
Saudi
Africa,
Arabia.
and yeah, I think that's all of them. But
I think
anyway,
it's Saudi. I think Saudi in that motherfucker too.
yeah,
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia, El Salvador. It's a gang of countries over there
Subsidiary,
on
yeah,
that
for
side.
sure.
That's and on this side too. So, man, I just want to ask you, as far as our dollar, you know, as far as this recession that I've been telling my viewers probably for about the past 3 months, 5 months, hey, you know, this recession is coming, and these taxes that y'all finna get ready to get, you may want to make your best moves with them because you know what I'm saying, and they already was cutting them. So I was telling them, hey, they're gonna be cutting these jobs, and look at what we've been seeing. Cutting jobs at this massive rate, and from McDonald's to going to these uh full robotics, full tech, and a lot of other businesses and jobs being taken up from the AI world too. So with our dollar, not being as dominant with them forming this BRICS alliance, basically, going against America, kind of gutting us inside out, financially. Um, what do you feel as though would be the best moves for the average person with the dollar falling, and what they should do with their money to I would say the most lump sums of their money to actually kind of get ahead of this down trend we got going on, and what is it? We hear about this Fed now thing with the government is coming out with, is kind of like this Cash App kind of thing. And what assets should people turn to? Is it gold? Is it silver? Is it crypto? Is it Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? Is it Dogecoin, Litecoin? We've been seeing a lot of stuff go on in the market. So because I feel like a lot of people, they scared, and everybody trying to figure out different plans. So
Nah,
man, what's your take on it?
nah, for sure. First, I like to say appreciate you for having me on your platform, my boy. Anybody who tuning in, man, make sure you obviously like, share, subscribe, man. Send it off to people, man. Spread the word. Because man, we over here having these, these well needed conversations, man, that like young black men ain't out here having for sure. Like trying to put y'all on game and trying to just, once again, give y'all some high level activity, man. But with that being said, man, as far as answering your question with how people should delegate their funds, moving forward, um, one thing I would say is we on a lower level, man, just save. Period. Save for that rainy day. And what I mean by on a lower level, if you around here, if you can save anywhere from $200 to $800 a month, man, like, or even two to $1,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, just save as much as what you can, because the rainy days come and you always got to be prepared for those. And then once you actually kind of get you a substantial savings first, because first things first, if you ain't got no money to play with, I I ain't trying to have you investing or putting your money other places, and your lights gonna get turned off, everything. So handle your responsibilities, but also
Right.
do your own due diligence with this information that's being provided with you too. Just don't take our word for it, because every situation is circumstantial. So once on that, like I say, save first. Once you kind of get up to the point to where some people, let's say if you had a year savings, I ain't even gonna go that far. If you got you a good 3 to 6 months worth of savings, saved up, take some of that money, of course, stocks, not even just say, of course, stocks, it's the specific stocks. I know we hear a lot about these banks that's been closing out. What Silicon Bank was it? What was that?
Yeah,
A couple,
Silicon,
like a month? Is
Silicon
that
Valley.
right? Silicon Valley Bank a couple
Hmm.
months ago. You got a lot of businesses closing, things of that nature. So investing into the right, stocks is the right way to go. So that takes me into, ETFs. You can go into stuff like QQQ, VTI, VOO, that got like a lot of the head companies that really make America float and run. Apple being one, Google being one, Microsoft being one, Amazon being a few, as well as not only just in the tech field. Well, to elaborate more on the tech field, you know, with this AI going around, it's a company by the name of NVIDIA. Nvidia is making microchips that's now supplying, like that. You need these microchips that these semiconductors are making to now basically make the technology functional, to actually make it perform and make it do what they say it's gonna do. So now you need mass manufacturing for those, because during the pandemic everybody went digital. Everybody saw how much money was in data, as far as even with cybersecurity and things of that nature. So saving money, going into stocks that way. When it comes to crypto, I'm gonna be real with you. Crypto is, it obviously it ain't a quick game, and also it's definitely a volatile game as well. Let's not. I mean, I know there was a lot of what Doge or
Yeah,
Shiba millionaires and stuff
yeah.
like
So
that. That
so like with the one, you said, well, not to cut you off, but
no,
I would
go
say
ahead.
just to piggyback off what you're saying, like, so with
Yeah,
them coming with this currency of like the one, like, what I'm saying, we don't know what America gonna do at this point. So
nah, for
are
sure.
we
And the
rallying
one, and the
behind
one,
people?
and the one, and the one always been there. The one ain't nothing new. The one
Oh,
been there. That's
nah,
been their current. That's been their current. Just like how they got pounds. You feel what I'm saying? Like they exchange they been like we just call. That's why they call it the dollar. We the only one call it a dollar. You
oh,
feel
it's
what
a
I'm
dollar.
saying?
That's all.
We
Real
the only
talk.
one. So
Yeah, so
uh
it's wow, man. So I wanted to kind of pivot a little bit with the chips you was just talking about. So
yeah.
we got China coming through the back door, uh, trying to go knock Taiwan out the face of the
I've been
earth.
saying that they've been playing they've been doing what they say military drills right outside
Yeah,
they
somebody
house.
they practicing.
What kind of shit is
Somebody they
that?
practicing.
You
That's
feel what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
But
So
but with that being said, what that is. North Korea been kind of playing with South Korea the same way, but they ain't really did nothing. So, it's kind of
yeah,
like how much weight can you really put, But yeah, but still, somebody playing in your front yard or somebody playing knocking at your back door, shit, hey, you gotta consider everything a threat. So but
yeah, but Taiwan making 70% of the chips.
you know what I'm saying? And then even on top of that, see, like with with these with those chips, not even just Taiwan, like Japan. I believe it's Japan. Japan making like 50% of these chips that we talking about. These like and with these chips, they're made at semiconductor plants. Like, so if anybody's familiar with, in America, obviously Apple products and Samsung. Well, Samsung makes a lot of these microchips, at these semiconductor plants that is in our technology. You know what I'm saying? That's within, the monitors. Some of it's in the phone because it's the display. Like, so like that's what it is. Like Samsung, even they TVs. Samsung got some of the best TVs is because of this microchip that they have that makes their display, that makes that 4K retina, that make that 5K look like the way it do. So elaborate, so vibrant, and things like that. So we use different other people, like a lot of other, and that's just Samsung. Samsung is, once again, that's a foreign supplier. Sony is a foreign supplier. Like, these are not American plants. So with that being said, Japan, with them being a subsidiary, with Japan being a subsidiary of China, like basically like a territory, my bad, not a subsidiary, but a territory. With them being a territory of China, they are now Japan is trying to be recognized as their own individual country, like their own, like that, like Japan is Japan. It's not a part of China. It's just greater Asia. You know what I'm saying? So, but then China's like, hey, bro, nah, y'all can't be moving like that. The hell you talking about? Like, this is how I go. So Japan doesn't have an army, just like Germany. Germany doesn't have an army. So if you guys do your research, kind of go back, because me, not only am I, not am I, I love geography, history is one thing too. So when you go back into history, you'll see after World War II, a lot of these countries cannot have militaries. But that's one thing about America. We have the strongest militia in the world. The Navy, Army, SEALs, like we have the biggest military, the biggest militia out there. So Japan is now our ally because now, like what you said at first with the BRICS situation, we got allies. So now the allies, one of our allies is Japan. Japan is just built, I believe it's like $1 billion situation over there in Arizona, building a whole semiconductor plant to now produce these chips. So even if China, which now teamed up with Russia, teamed up with Saudi Arabia, all these other powerhouses, they saying if they decide to now act upon, some type of like violent act towards Japan just to make them, follow suit, even if that happened, they still got a scapegoat right here in America. Because once again, who I don't believe at this point, that's all we really got. We got what? Amazon, Apple, we got oil deposits, and we got our military. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, we still are a strong unit. So like I said, people still need that security. So as
I feel
far
like
as
with these countries though, you know, we kind of been bullying them. You feel what I'm saying? And
of
they kind
of
of like, you
course,
feel.
bro,
So it's like,
come
how
on,
long do
man.
you walk around with your gun? You feel what I'm
Facts.
saying? And we kind of, we owing China all this money over here that, and we spread out over here in Ukraine. You feel what I'm saying? And then we got China kind of spreading limbs on us. All right, I'm gonna stretch them out this way a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's getting interesting. You feel me? So like so what would be an asset that you would put your bread to as far as lump sums?
My
In the
lump
time
sum,
being.
my lump sum, it'll be real estate. I would say real estate because,
You see the real estate market. Well, you got to look at all these
well, no, 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 no.
asset
Listen,
classes.
it's
So
it's
they
the
gonna
it's the
fall.
it's the right real estate. You feel what I'm saying? Like people
Yeah, you
like when you talk about lump sums of money, I'm thinking of like, shit at like the bare minimum, 20 to 50 bands. You talking about lump sums, that's the bare minimum. So if you got 20 or 50 bands right now, like you said, go either leverage your money, as far as like really on top of this, don't even use your money, leverage your credit, you know, all about OPM, as they would say, other people's money, OPM. So even with these high interest rates, people still gotta have some place to live. So that's what I mean. Like, even if you get into a home and you get a mortgage rate, like even if a house is like 400,000, your mortgage rate on a good day, maybe let's just say like it's 17. I bet. So your mortgage rate 17, you can easily put somebody in that house for 2,700. You know what I'm saying? So you put somebody in that house for 2,700, depending on the market, and then voila. Or it's a lot of other smaller places. I'm speaking about high volume areas. You can go to a place like said where we from. Shit, Northwest Louisiana. So if you're looking at a spot in Northwest Louisiana, man, come on, man. If you got 50 bands, you can probably like leverage that and get like 3 houses.
Lee, what you think about these banks though? With these big banks crashing, and that's a trickle down effect. You feel me?
Yeah.
With these middle class banks, as far as your city banks, your credit unions and stuff like that, that back a lot of these businesses and finance, help people finance stuff like that. Um, with them not having no stability behind them, as far as because it's like it's more of a, like I say, a bail-in situation that we're dealing with these banks, and I feel like because I heard old dude Rich Dad Poor Dad talking about this, he was it's kind of like a like a silver tsunami, and they say before a tsunami hit, it's like um they got these
Pullback.
yeah they got these little sensors or whatever that kind of let the people know that let the public know that hey, it's finna be a tsunami. But it's like before that hit, it's like that tide be dry. So it's like then you got this big wave coming. So uh that's what we kind of looking at with these banks crashing down and with them not having no bailout to recompensate these people's money if it crashed. you know, what do these people do as far as trying to get, what if you can't go and get no loan? You feel what
Well,
I'm saying?
I feel like, I mean, or if you go get one, the interest rate's gonna be skyrocket. You know, I
Yeah, they
say,
gonna lift them up. They
I
gonna
say
go
this,
up.
I say this. If you first, if you first understand how a bank work, you feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, once again, like I told you earlier with the history, this ain't the first time. You know what I'm saying? And on
It's
top of that,
not.
even
It's
how
the
I
worst time.
even I don't even know. I can't even say it's the worst. Like once again, I can't even say it's the worst time because man, when you talking about like you talking about that Great Depression, like the Great Depression was the reason why we got Social Security. That's the reason why we got Medicare. That's the reason why we got food stamps. All of that shit, all of that stuff was implemented, not like what we got today with these stimulus checks. You know, stimulus checks is just stimulating the economy. Like that's not no. We really had like government bailouts. We really had like even I say this, '08, '08 was worse than what right now is. Like that was the real.
Oh,
That was only the real recession. Man, look, bro. '08, bro. '08. What was the unemployment rate? Like now, it wasn't even. We didn't even have the tech to supply the jobs that we got now. If you get skilled in coding, coding really couldn't. Coding wasn't as vast of a market as it was there. Digital marketing wasn't a big pool like that. This social media wasn't that big of a pool back in '08. So that's what I mean by like '08 was worse.
see the difference from that depression though, and this one is at least we was working then, and we wasn't dealing with this pandemic. And what killed us this time, we got this pandemic and ain't
All
nothing
right,
going
all
on.
right. Let
And
me
with
ask you. Let me ask
America,
you this. Let me ask
America
you this.
in the capitalist country, you feel what I'm saying? We built our business, and when there's no business going on,
All
our
right.
economy
Let me ask
it
you this.
swimmers up big.
Let me ask you this. During that pandemic, boy, them boys was spending money like crazy. Come
They was
on,
spending
man.
money, but look what it created though.
But
It
hold on, no,
created
no, 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 no.
supply and demand
But
issues.
also, but look, I'm just saying this. The money was there in '08. Boy, the
Oh, it
money
was
was
there.
see. The man, look. Once again,
It's just that.
where we from in Northwest Louisiana. You know how many people worked for General Motors who got laid off during that? Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
know how
boom.
many, bro, you know how, I mean, think about this. Car sales slowed down for a little bit. People still buying cars. People still purchasing these cars at these high ass interest rates. You feel
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Matter of fact, you know, I'm gonna just say this. Not even high ass interest rates because it's ways that you can leverage it. It's ways that I done leveraged it. Me, I done purchased two cars during the pandemic. I purchased a car in August of 2020, like a $55,000 vehicle. Purchased that in 2020. Turned around again, purchased another $30,000 vehicle. Shit, 8 months later. So with that being said, '08, it wasn't no movement like that from the housing market to the goddamn from the banks getting bailed out. That was real deal government bailouts. You haven't heard like that's what like once again these banks are closing, but it's not to the point to where people are like, oh man, I gotta have a whole government bailout. So back to just saying how understanding how a bank works. They never got that money. They never got that money there for you in the first place. Bruh, if I want to go to the bank, bruh, I go to the bank and be like, hey, bruh, can I get 10 bands? Guess what? Guess what?
Yeah, they gonna tell you
They
gotta wait.
or bruh, then when they tell you to wait, it gotta run through a whole different process to where now the Fed gotta be alerted of this transaction.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And that's just 10 bands. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine people who go through that, they need 100,000, 200, like once and on top of that, that's why the bank tell you they only assure a certain amount.
Yeah.
Because the bank is a business too. A bank just ain't a hoarder of your money. Soon as you deposit that money, they
They go
delegate
and
it to
invest
other
with that.
right. So with that being said, if you not to be like that, if you figure out one of the top banks, like JP Morgan, what they call it, Berkshire Hathaway or some shit like that. I forget what the bank calls some shit like that. If you understand where they putting their money at, no, my bad. Like what? I think it's like BlackRock. BlackRock is like one of the number one like investment companies that's like in like this major NFT with all the banks in it. If you see where they putting their money at, why would you not put your money there? You see
Real
what I
talk.
mean?
I tell
You
my
see what?
people, I say, hey man, mind the rich people business. and you'll get rich from your business.
Bruh, like no
You
lie,
feel
like
what I'm
once
saying?
again, like bro, like once again,
See what
if they
they doing.
delegate, and that's what I'm saying. All you gotta do is just sit back and just kind of like just digest. You know, like say just sit back and do a little bit your own research and
Your own
development.
due diligence.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I say, because once again, because I can't tell you what to do with your money because I don't know how your life, I don't know how they life going. You know,
Real
just to
talk.
be real, like I don't know because I know how mine going and I know how much money I'm able to put away. I know how much money I still got working for me and things of that nature. Like now, and on top of that, don't always have your money in one spot. Like be like, bro, if I need like if I need like 20 bands, I gotta go pull it from other places. And even if I got it all sitting in one spot, I'm not gonna pull all of it from one spot.
Assets.
I'ma
You
still,
gonna put
I'ma
them in
still,
assets.
I'ma still, because once again, you got to think about them rainy days coming. If and on top of that, if you put all your marbles in one bag and that bag get busted, boy, you got to clean up a big ass mess. But now if I delegate my marbles over the course of like 7, 8 different bags, you see what I mean? So,
But
like I
don't
said,
spread
so when it,
yourself out too much out there,
oh
y'all,
no
because
no
you
no
know
no
when
no,
you
like I said, yeah,
when
don't
you
spread yourself thin for sure.
yeah, don't
But
spread
but
yourself
but
thin.
like you said, but when it comes to the money, I say this: save it off the rip. Figure out who these head investors are investing their money in, and invest in that. You know, spend you some time. Like that's another thing about it too. You know, our community want a quick fix. You know,
Yeah, they
our
wanna
community want
see
that.
what people talking about on Facebook and say,
They want
oh
that
well, let me go
microwave.
over here and do that. You feel what I'm saying? You know, take your time first, take a step back, and be like, all
That's
right,
what I'm saying.
what's the best
They
way I can need to go at this? And you know, let it convince me. You feel what I'm saying before I put my money here. You know, so I was just thinking, I was like, you know, a lot of people putting a lump sum of money in gold because you know gold is just one of them assets that's gonna do its thing. You know what I'm saying? Globally, is not just in the U.S. Um, to park it and as well as grow that bread. Uh, no different than a stock. And you know, even with stocks, people putting their money in stocks too. You know, foreign, you know, expanding companies. You feel what I'm saying? Like you say, Apple, Tesla, you know, companies like that, you know, they going abroad and building companies over there too.
And then
And
think about this. Think about Elon. Is perfect that you said that. Elon got stuff everywhere. Apple is building a plant in India as we speak. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
and
like.
they trying to build that tech wall, and they trying to build that metropolis in the damn Red Sea. So
Come on,
who
man.
you think gonna be putting that together? You know, who got the best technology? You know what I'm saying? As
Come
far as the
on, man.
world.
And then think about this too. When you just spoke about the Red Sea, like I said with me just being a geography buff, the Red Sea is where you separate Greater Asia, like the continent, like East Asia, and then like West Africa. No, my bad. West Asia and East Africa. That's the Red Sea is right there in that little buff. So think about this, man. If you got Saudi Arabia building a whole tech, bro, that's the 2023 Silk Road right there.
They've been getting a bag up over there. And
Come
then you got
on,
Iraq
man.
and Iran that's building that roadway to where they can do trade. And they've been at it.
Come
They've been at
on,
it
man.
for 100 years,
Come on, man.
and they got
Come
peace treaty
on, man.
now just
Come
because
on, man.
the BRICS alliance. So, you know, I was telling my people too. I was saying, you know, how the roles is kind of almost reversing now, to where you know people tell you like, oh, we could take our money in Mexico and you know go live like a king, or we go to Africa and go live like a king. Now the roles kind of reversing now. You feel what I'm saying? It's because people's money outside the country is growing and ours is devaluing. There's a value and ours is devaluing. So when you trade that, you know, the roles is reversing now. You know,
Oh
that
yeah,
US
nah.
money is not as much worth as much as it was, you know, going into Africa now. You
But
feel
it's
what I'm
all,
saying? So
but it's always been that, you know, like I said, as far as like that barter situation, you know, sometimes, you know, America be like, you know, give us your goods and we'll give you our protection. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, you
Like,
feel,
you
because we
know,
got that gap.
like
You feel what I'm saying?
real deal extorting motherfuckers for real, like
Man,
extorting
I'm
countries.
talking about extorting at the highest level possible, and it's like they now kind of like waking up like, damn, they've been finessing us all this time, and we ain't been getting nothing out of it on the back end because we got to trade in your currency, and we got our own money right here. So it ain't
And
like
then
we
and
can.
then and then and then on top of that, you tell us our money don't equivalent to your money, so now we gotta give you more money.
Ultimate
Bruh,
finesse.
come
Ultimate
on,
finesse.
man.
So it's
Come
like
on, man.
you done did this all around the world now, and shit's hit the fan. So it's like you really didn't you done burned all your bridges now.
Nah, for
So
real.
I'm eager. I'm looking out to see what America gonna do with this because they ain't finna let that top spot go not easy. I know that for sure.
Man, come on, man. Everybody gonna like I said, man. Everybody gonna go down swinging. You feel what I'm
Man,
saying?
what?
But like I said, that right there just show you how now it's going digital. You know, like I said, what they say, BRICS is chart changing that they don't want anymore. That like correct.
Yeah,
Like
they
now,
don't.
correct. Like, and that's why,
A
and
lot
that
of countries.
because you know why they don't want to be dependent. Bro, it's like to the point to where like if you a kid, right, and you get to the point to being like, damn, boy, I can get my own shit. Like, what the fuck I keep asking this nigga, bro? Like, they at that point too. They like, man, you know what, bro? I'm tired of y'all. Like we said, coming over here saying that our money ain't equivalent to yours, and I gotta give you more. Like you said, it's the whole.
And you giving me money I can't do nothing with to like build my
100%. Guess
country up.
what?
I
I
can
gotta
only
convert
trade
it.
with this.
Right. I can't even
And
stimulate
that's
my
building your
economy.
bread at the because I'm trading in your currency. But when it comes
Right.
down to my money or my country, I can't do nothing with it. And when I
Right.
get your bread you get my goods and my services, and all I get in this paper money that I can't do nothing with. So yeah, bro,
Nah,
they don't want to be under the rule of thumb no more.
that's why, like you said, you is going digital. That's why we had the shit, with a goddamn dude from Cashapp, got knocked off. That's why as soon as he got stabbed, and then I just seen some, it could be allegedly, it was a report
Nah,
saying that
police they done
another,
got boy.
that's
He
what I'm
stabbed him.
saying, but
He
allegedly,
wanted him.
look, until proven guilty, now you look once again, you
I feel
criminal
you on
justice,
that.
bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I
until they
feel
prove
you.
him guilty, allegedly, they saying that another tech dude, and that's what we had a conversation about. Like I told you, was like why not? Because you was like why not go ahead and spend that bread? Because now like the bread sometimes money it's some things money can't buy you. And that's one of them things, like when it comes to that power like that, he had so much power over the peer-to-peer service, and then he was bringing in the crypto. So imagine that. Imagine not only that Cash Out was the number one peer-to-peer service, then instead of them charging that fee, like I just got put on, I ain't know Cash App had a whole card that to where when somebody send you some money, instead of you trying to make an instant deposit and they like charge you some money, man, that shit goes straight to the card.
Yeah, go to the
So
car.
now,
Yeah.
man, once
Mm-hmm.
again, so now they incorporated a cryptocurrency in that to where not only you can buy, trade, and like crypto on the platform too.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, so that right there made them too powerful. It was the same thing. It was the same thing with like the same thing with
But
social
see,
media, right?
he was with Square before that though.
That's what I'm saying, but he wasn't as big. Square was not, and you once again, I remember Square. We used to plug that motherfucker into your phone jack. We able to swipe cards and shit like that. Yeah, like I plug that bitch somewhere, swipe it. Now he got to the point, like for instance, right? MySpace was MySpace. The feds didn't really jump in. When Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the Fed had to come in and regulate that. So now when the Fed had to come in and like Square was just Square. Then when they came in and regulated Cash App, then they started realizing like, oh, this nigga making that much. Ooh. Then on top of this, now like say it's digital currency. Think about this, y'all. Audience, and I'm gonna give y'all a quick little something. When you get paid, do you really get paid? Like, let's think about it. Or if you guys set up direct deposit, do some numbers just change? Like for real, think about
I
it.
told him
Like
the
now,
money is electronic.
like once again, so now you like, damn, I don't even get real bread no more. The Cash App was a one stop 100%. You hear me? One stop shop.
Man,
But once
look, that's
again,
what I'm saying,
but
man.
hold on,
Look,
hold on, real quick. Like you said, my bad. Not to cut you with let me real quick.
go ahead.
You don't get paid. You don't get paid real money, right? And even think about it on a larger scale. When a company like Apple do their payroll, like if Apple has they bank like they payroll through, let's just say like a Chase Bank or a Regions, all right? When they make that, they make a wire transfer. So a transfer. Once again, this shit is digital. So now, where is the actual physical currency? Like, where's the physical currency that I can represent this? Now it's all numbers. So now with this eliminating the dollar, man, it's been getting eliminated. You see
But
what I'm
don't you feel
saying?
like even with them coming out with this Fed now thing, which basically is just like Cash App, except it's basically the Fed is actually tracking every dollar.
Bruh, that's the
So
issue, bro. Look, man.
there's no privacy.
How many?
It ain't no side hustle, so to speak.
That look, and that's what I'm finna
If
say.
it ain't no dollar. And on top
Come
of that,
on, man.
just to kind of pivot, these banks ain't printing no more money. That's why when you go in a lot of these grocery stores and places, they saying they card only. They're only taking card only.
See, people ain't
the only money that's out there is the money that's left out there in the street right now. That's it. They're not printing no more money. Bruh, that's why you see these Federal Reserve banks, they grab it up, they delivering gold. They taking delivery of gold. They're not printing no more. So it's like, you know, do we push back against this Fed now thing? Do we rally behind Bitcoin or something? I don't know. It's kind of like we finna go into this, like old boy say, this Wile E. Coyote moment as a country as far as economically.
Yeah.
So, man, it's finna get interesting. It's finna get interesting.
No. Like I said, once again, you just gotta watch it play out. Also, man, I gotta shout out my boy, man. I see what's his name, L Cool J, keep popping about it, man. Look, I appreciate the interaction, my boy, in the comments, man. For sure, we see you, my boy. We see you. So, but it's gonna get wicked. It's gonna get wicked. It's gonna get wicked crazy because just like what you just said, from the grocery stores, they've been like say it's been a very slow migrated conversion. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it was the direct deposit. Then it was the peer-to-peer payment services. So now, once again, like I said, think about this. When you pull up on the plug, what? Cash App you. And then even they tried to realize that they were like, oh no, we need to figure out some way to monitor this because now there's people getting all this money and now they're not filling out 1099. You feel what I'm saying? It's independent contractors to where you got to fill out certain tax forms for when you receive over a certain type of money to represent, but once again, that's why the Fed coming
we've been
in.
digital. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the
really
Fed,
nothing new.
that's why I say the Fed coming like that. Even Walmart said they closing down. Think about this. The biggest mistake, but I couldn't even wrap my head around it. Why would you take out cashiers at Walmart?
I wrap my head around the shit. Look,
what's up?
Think about this. We're going into a recession, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
If you're a business, and we're going into a recession and you have to cut fat.
No. Once again, no. Once again, as far as cutting labor costs, that's it was more than that. It just wasn't. Hell no.
I feel like that's part of it. I feel like it's part of it, but there's a bigger picture, like you say. But that's
what I'm saying.
A piece of a bigger picture.
Once again, cutting labor. No, once again, that just that's the pieces that everybody can put together. Like fans, like once again, they not 24 hours no more. So with you not being 24 hours, that's cutting down a big margin brand. Like, bro, people, man, how much, man, bro? Come on, bro. So once again, so as far as like cutting the labor costs, that makes sense on that. But as far as like cutting the labor costs, most of the machines now, like, because they had to do a whole remodel. I know it costs way more to remodel than to keep them people on payroll. Walmart ain't paying people like that. Come on, man. Them cashiers probably getting paid $9, $12. The fuck? Y'all pay for a whole remodel. And then y'all go, then most of y'all cash registers are, like you said, no cash payment, card only. So now, and then so now with that being said, guess what? They tracking people. So they've been tracking people, but now not only they trying to track your data, they trying to check how you appropriate your funds and everything. So once again, Big Brother been watching.
But I feel like
America,
I say, man, I feel like you say, Big Brother been watching. But
yeah,
like I say,
America
I
ain't
feel
slick.
like all of this is the force. Like you say, the less privacy, the more tracking of you and your funds. There's no side hustle, but at the same time, they cutting fat on these companies, and I'm saving bread.
Look, as far as the saving the bottom line for sure. Like I said, that's why
And
even
who
from
knows what's next? They already got they got robots out here. You know what I'm saying?
no,
That's
no, and
delivering food.
and that's and that's what I was just about to say. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was just about to say.
They
See,
customer
as far as they got like AI. They got these self-driving cars now that now your Uber, you don't even need no driver on Uber no more. Think about what Uber did to the taxi. You know what I'm saying? Like think about what Uber did to the taxi, and now they trying to get rid of the working class is finna be like obsolete. Like it's not finna be
Oh
no
yeah.
working class
Working
no
class
more.
gonna be damn near
Like either
obsolete.
either 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 you learn you a trade to where you're gonna always have to be like dependent on or always have a job, or figure out this tech because now they need people to program the tech because now you got a role now you got a field that's opening up called prompt engineering. Now you got to understand what to ask the computer. You got to understand what like now because now AI is bridging the gap to where the regular man now seems like a high level genius. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? With especially with this chat GPT and everything like that. So now with the working class being eliminated, either you finna be this or you finna be that. So y'all got to figure out which side of the coin you finna be on because even this America. First of all, we got the Constitution, but even other countries. Think about how many people talk about how the internet is monitored in China. Like internet in China is delegated by it's like a class thing. We're capitalism, right? So we go off of money, bro. The
Yeah,
class
they
thing
do
over there
class.
is like
Yeah, classism.
now the upper class, they're the ones that get access to majority of the stuff that's offered on the internet. Think about once again in Saudi Arabia, people go over there. A lot of people don't go because you can't smoke. They don't get your ass 100 years over there to catch you with some weed. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
especially like Dubai. You
Once
can't be over
again,
there holding
come
hands
on,
and
man.
kissing
Come
and
on, man.
yeah, oh,
Come
I
on,
want to
man.
go
Folks
to
like
Dubai.
PDH
I go over there and try to grab some
don't
ass
respect. See,
or
and
hold your
once
girl
again, and that
hand
right,
or
and people don't
give
understand.
her a
And once
hug
again,
or something like that. Going to jail.
America been fucked too. Like America been fucked. America been fucked. Like America when they came in, started allowing these drugs in and fucking with the psyche of people. Then fast, no, all the way back to just talk about when they first came over here with the Indians. Then when they came in with the slaves. And then they came in with the Great Depression, and then they fucked up the whole economy with creating these stimulus programs and things like that.
I
That was
mean,
only
I feel
supposed to
like
be here.
the start of the fall was well, the
Man, that
beginning
shit when they
is when
started,
they
that's
took
why
us
I
off
said
the gold standard. Cause
no, look, fuck the gold. Look, I
man,
told you
look,
from when they brought their monkey ass over here with them. Because once again, America was built on the refugees of fucking. They thought the niggas wasn't even gonna make it. They came over here and they built this bullshit. And then once again, then they had the slaves. Like so, they've been fucked since then. The gold standard and the Great Depression, that just was all the shit added on. Once again, you take us off the gold standard, but then what they say they're gonna back us up by the economy, by our businesses. But what businesses now we got to stand on in America?
I know, but what I'm saying is you can't do that is because the business ain't backed by nobody no more. The bank ain't backed nobody because the businesses is backed by the banks.
And the reason they took us out the gold standard, think about this, bro. What gold mine we got here? Where they mining gold at? We
Saudi
got
Arabia.
black
I
we
mean, not
got
Saudi
black
Arabia,
gold.
but South Africa.
We got
South
black
Africa
gold.
got all the gold.
We got black gold. You feel what I'm saying? But we ain't like and once again like the oil, that's the black gold. But we ain't got the actual come on, man. We ain't got no mine. You can't mine nowhere
We not.
here. Wait, in Arkansas, they barely got the little diamonds that you can go, man, they barely man look. So
Yeah, we got
really if you think
natural gas.
So if you think so, if
That's
you
what we
think
do.
about it, when they removed the top of gold standard, they was really trying to fix the problem. You feel what I'm saying? Because once again, we was gonna always be dependent on somebody with the gold. We got what we getting it from? Where we getting it from? So now the gold. So now we had to realize like I bet due to the fact that we ain't got no shit over here, We got to go to the business. So once again, I can see the play. I see the play. You feel me? I see the play what they was trying to do. But like I told you, it been fucked. It been fucked. So with it being fucked
It was destined
already,
to fall with not being backed by
man,
nothing. It was destined to fall one
look,
day.
Look at this. This is what it
Hard.
was. We
It
would
just
have
ain't
been
felt as
good.
hard as it's gonna
We
fall
would
this
have been
time.
good. We would have been good because once again, Apple is the #1 consumer in the world. Like once again, we still have more oil. Once again, you talk about Saudi Arabia, we still got more oil deposits than Saudi Arabia over here. We got more natural gas, more natural resources over here than Saudi Arabia.
Well, you know they got
So
oil over there.
we do too. We got more than them.
Yeah.
Like we got.
But
Like
I look at it like this. Even with trade, you know how they say we sell our oil to other countries and we buy oil from other places. I feel like you buy it from somewhere cheaper and sell yours for the high. But what happens when you use all your supply?
It's happening. Look, once again, right now, I don't think we nowhere near using our supply. But that's
I'm
the
not
issue.
saying that
But
we're
that's
not.
that's the issue what you
But
just
I'm saying
said.
that
That's
day
the
will
issue.
come.
But that's the issue what you just said. But first of all, theirs run out before ours. But like you just said though, that's the issue though. When you trying to be slick, that's why I say, bro, it was already fucked. Like once again, think about this. How long has China been on the face of the fucking earth established? Boy,
Oh,
China
they
go back
got
to
some of the
fucking Genghis.
longest dynasty, bro.
Bruh,
They
come
got some
on.
of the long.
Once again, America, America is this. Damn, boy, you froze. I don't know if it froze up. I don't know if y'all can see me. That shit done froze, yeah. We gonna wait for my boy to come back in. My boy phone. Well, we gonna close it out like that. We can see you, brother. Why that boy say we can see you, brother? You gone. Hey, bro, you gotta support, man. You gotta support. Then you hear me, Chief? Go to my boy page, man, on Instagram, EL_Almighty, and go support. You hear me? You hear me? Jack of all trades merch. You feel what I'm saying? That boy said, Luigi, we can see you, but Luigi gone.